Welcome back, everybody. This is part 2 of the 6GT build. My gunsmith did an awesome job on this barrel. We got it painted up nice. No, this is not Cerakote. I'm poor. We did things the cheap way. Looking at doing some air dry Cerakote later, maybe. We'll see how bad this stuff gets dinged up and stuff. It's mostly just to help protect it from rusting if we shoot a match and for some reason get some moisture on it. Can't get cleaned off right away. Look at that crown. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He did a great job threading it up and getting it on this Remington 700 action. Place recoil lug, and we're going to be reusing the trigger that we had. MPA Matrix chassis came in, which so far I've fallen in love with it. It's got competition side rails on it. We're going to have to get this action into here, see how it balances. Probably going with some external weights on it, maybe some internal weights, but I make some external weights for these competition side rails. Ace Precision Muzzle Brake. We're going to try this. This looks like the APA Fat B muzzle brake. It's what we run on the other of the 3 rifles at the time right now. If it does almost as good a job and doesn't have the concussion back towards the shooter, we may look at swapping these. This also has the ability to put a 3/8 ratchet on there to tighten it down. There's no timing issues. Biggest problem with the Fat B muzzle brakes is that every time you take them off, put them back on, you've got to have either a special wrench to get it tightened and timed just right, or what I normally do, and that's take a pipe wrench, because I didn't want to cut down any of my other wrenches to be able to fit on that bolt with that 1.25 profile barrel. We went with an MTU profile on this barrel, if you remember correctly, from Excalibur. We're gonna get this in here. We're gonna bore scope it. I'm gonna let you see that video of the bore scope too. Just see what the chamber looks like, and we're also gonna look at the rifling in it. This Ace brake, it's got set screws so that you get it timed once and then you can retorque at the same spot every time. Super easy. It's in 6mm, of course. Accutac bipod. MPA mount for this Zeiss scope. It's a Zeiss LRP S3. Yes, LRP S3. We're going to get it mounted up here. It's going to take us a minute. We're going to cut on the video until we get it put together, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, other thing with mounting these scope mounts, I do wet mounts. That's what I use because I can get it pretty cheap. Just the Lucas Marine grease. We're just going to get an ultra light coating on the scope rail across here, and then torque our base down. That's just going to help everything wiggle the way it's supposed to, and we're not going to bind and dig into our scope ring that way, or scope base that way. So I get that on here. I just wanted to add that in here. That is one thing that we do here, and we found it works very well. Area 419 is the one that turned me onto it. We're midway through this this installation of everything. This is one thing I love about these MPA mounts. You've got how many MOA this mount is. You've got how high it is, your ring size, your torque specs for your cap, and for your cross bolts down here on the bottom, right here. And of course you've got different accessory mounting holes up here and on the sides. But this right here, I've got an Area 419 mount that I've just installed on my 308. Love that thing. It's very well machined. For the extra price increase though, I went with another one of these. Running one of these on the 6.5 Creedmoor, so already had some experience with it. And the Area 419, it just, for the extra price and money, for me, it didn't do it. For some of you, it may very well. I know some of y'all like the spur mounts a lot, but I can't bring myself to spend that money on it right now. Alrighty folks, we've got her together. As you can see, she a long girl. 26-inch barrel. Went together great. Using the 1.1, I think it's a 1.125 mount with that 20 MOA rail. I've got 40 MOA elevation change with the mount and scope base. Not ideal. I really only wanted 20 MOA, but I already had that 20 MOA base on this action, so I just left it. But got plenty of clearance there. Loving this brake. I've still got to time it. I've got to go get my ratchet to be able to time it better. But as you can see, these ports blow out 90 degrees instead of backwards like on the APA brakes. So hopefully this will decrease some of the concussion. We'll see. Wonderful Accutech bipod. Love these things. Got several of them. I'm fixing to tune this magazine catch. Make sure that we're not going to have to trim down that feed ramp on the Action with the 6 GT. I'm pretty sure it's going to be short enough. We're not going to have any issues with that, but we'll get it looked at, and next video is going to be, or next part of this video is going to be the bore scope, and then we'll start barrel break in next.